Hey everyone, this is Cami with another episode of my garden vlogs. As you can tell, my footage is still old. This is still from way back in December, and the rains have just not stopped. Everything has been so wet, and it's made gardening pretty difficult. If anything, I'm just so grateful I decided to not grow anything, and I retired my garden because I just can't believe how much rain we got. And my in-ground beds are protected with cover crops, as you remember from my earlier videos, but everything is still under tarps and it's still wet, and I just couldn't really get any of my stuff taken care of. So I think I lost a few bags of soil from this because I didn't want to risk putting those in containers, bringing any fungal diseases or mold or anything. I have these dollar store bins, these white ones that I keep under the Greenstalks, and they had just washed out so much of the fertilizer. And I think I was really sad because these 2 leaf planters were brand new at the time, and I had just filled them up. I'm cutting this tender green Swiss chard, which is actually my favorite Swiss chard. The leaves are really buttery and not bitter at all. They taste really good in soups too. But I am harvesting all the basil because there's just no reason to keep them anymore. It's pretty late in the season and the flowers have all been spent. I don't really see any more bees. So I'm harvesting them so I can make room in the Greenstalk for more things. Even though I retired the big beds, I was still planning to grow in the Greenstalk and not turn the soil out until I really need to. It's very expensive buying high quality potting mix for these Greenstalks, and I have tried mixing my own mix, but I really just like the convenience of the bagged mix. You can see I'm using my loppers to cut the basil because they were so woody by this time. They had lived their life and I enjoyed them very much, and so did the bees and the butterflies, but it was time. Oh, I actually wanted to show you guys this basket I got from the Philippines. I'm Filipino, 100%, I believe, and my dad goes back often because he has family out there too, and he takes souvenirs back. And last time I asked for harvest baskets, and these are honestly my favorite baskets to use. Anyways, this is what the Greenstalks look like all cleaned up. I honestly kept this Swiss chard growing throughout the entire winter season. I couldn't believe how well it did. So I'm definitely going to grow them again once the weather cools down, because they just did so well. This Swiss chard did not do well. That's why it goes in that bin. A lot of my seed packets are old. They are from 2020 and older, so I'm trying to make an effort this year to just use them all. I can't really tell if they're going to germinate well, and I'm not expecting them to, just because of how old they are. I have been keeping them stored properly in a dark place in a container, but I just don't trust that they'll do that well. So this year I'm going to go crazy and just sow all of them whenever I can. So I had all these like greens and leaf vegetables that I just scattered into the Greenstalk. I also am using up all of my green onions because we have squirrels in our area and they were really terrible last year. Like, I couldn't really grow anything without covering or protecting it, and so it was pretty miserable. But I am trying to combat that by planting more onions and green onions and garlic because they don't seem to mess with that. This year was actually my first year doing garlic, so I'm actually pretty excited that I'm seeing this footage because I don't remember what it was like planting them because it's been so long. I've never grown anything that required this much time, so I'm really excited to see what comes out of it. If you've been following my Instagram, you know that I had accidentally harvested one and there was a bulb on there, even though it was really small. I'm going to admit that I harvested another one, but it's because I thought it was splitting. So I'm just excited for you guys to get caught up. So I think on the top here, we were just sowing just spinach or something. I don't know. I think I just opened a packet and just threw them in, which is the best form of gardening. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.